This video is gonna be transparency here on the homestead, and it's about everything wrong with my homestead, so stay tuned. Thank you guys for showing up. I'm Jerry Hansen, your host here at Pine Meadows Hobby Farm, and stay tuned to the end of the video because I've got some news to share with you. We may be going Hollywood. So to start with, I'm here in the front yard. The first thing that's wrong here is mud. Major mud when it rains here on the hobby farm. I just haven't had the truck running to be able to, the truck is running, I just have to get the tags updated and insurance back on the truck to go down and get gravel to get in the parking area. But right now I'm dealing with mud. The rains have come, we've had pouring down rain, which is a good thing because it's causing the creeks to start flowing now. So I can continue my manufacturing the water wheel generator for the homestead. Another thing that is majorly wrong with the homestead is the roof on my house is now leaking right over in this area right here. I need to replace at least the roof on the back side of the house. I knew it was coming, but man, this heavy winter or fall storms that we're getting here in the Pacific Northwest is really taking a toll on my roof. So for now I have to put tarps on there to stop the water from coming inside. And yet another thing that's terribly wrong with the homestead is my wood stove. This wood stove is a mobile home certified wood stove. It came with the property. It was actually out in the middle of the yard. The door was attached when we found it, but it froze. It rusted solid to the hinges, and when I went to open it, a hinge broke off. So I have to take it in and have somebody clean this up, weld a new hinge on. Then I'm going to sand this down, repaint it, get it resealed and recertified to install in the house. I do have a welder, but I don't know how to use it. Also, the solar is still incomplete. We are not fully hooked up and generating power for the house for going off grid yet. I've got to buy 3 circuit breakers for it. I've got to install 1 major wire, and then we will be able to flip the switch and go off grid. But until then, we are running off of a plug that I've got installed on the system there, so we can still run on the solar panels when we need to, which is most of the time while I'm in the shop. And believe it or not, the chicken coop is not finished yet. I still have trim, flashing to put around the edges of the roof, and I still have the board and batten finish to put on the sidewalls. And this chicken's coop I built before we even moved the house over here, and I just ran out of material and ran out of funds and ended up focusing totally on the house and then the barn. Now the barn is not finished yet either. I still have the flashing trim to put up around the edges as well. I finally got it watertight, and there's one last thing I need to do inside the barn, and that is to pour a cement base slab in the stall area for the goats. I got to level it out. I got whole material in here, or just dig out that end, put it over on this side to level it out, and pour some cement in here and a drain to be able to hose it out when I need to hose it out. So that primarily is the last couple of things on the barn, and then the barn will be done. The bunny bungalow just has some minor details to finish on the inside. That is my poop collection system, as well as building the cages and mounting them, and building the workbench with the brooders and incubators under it. I got some serious cleanup to do back here. I got a bunch of fallen trees. I do not have a working chainsaw to get it, and hopefully I'll be able to come up with the funding by the end of this month to at least to get an electric chainsaw to run off the solar panels to go out here and do cutting and cut the old dead and dying timber down and cut it up, get it stacked up and dried for wood burning in the new refurbished wood stove when we get it installed in the mobile home. And there's so much to do. The well. I have a 5,000 watt generator. I'm going to be installing up here next to the well, putting a cement slab, strapping it down to the cement slab so the thieves can't come in here and steal it. And it runs 220, so it'll run the well, so I can come out here and crank it on and run the well if we have a total power outage shutdown stuff, so we still can get water. But another feature I'd like to add is a great big water holding tank and set it uphill there and run a pipe down through the water system and let it gravity feed down to the house, so I can just run the generator, fill the big holding tank up, turn the generator off, and we'll have enough water supply up there to last us at least 30 days. And I would like to finish cross fencing. I just haven't had the resources to finish buying fencing because I've been focusing on the bunny bungalow and getting the rabbits indoors before winter sets in. I'm hoping the bunny bungalow will be done in a month, and then I can focus on the cross fencing. And that's it, except for my future project plans that I want to do, and that is building a new quack shack, build a piggy pen, build a turkey enclosure because I want to add turkeys, and getting the goats in and on the property. Now for the Hollywood story. I've been contacted by a casting company. They want to cast us as a prospective. For a family, they need eight families for their next season. This will be season 2. And they say the name of their series, it's on the Discovery Channel, and the name of the series is Homestead Living. It's the same company that produces Naked and Afraid. I've never seen that show, but it sounds like that's not my kind of show. But anyway, they also do Homestead Rescue. I did see one show of Homestead Rescue because I was trying to do some research on this company. So I was talking to a friend of mine down at the store down here, and she's personal friends with a guy that actually produces shows for the Discovery Channel who happens to live in my neighborhood, and he's going to get in contact with me so I can talk to him more about the wheelings and dealings and the prospect of getting maybe involved. So we're about 75% there to apply for the process of creating a video, what do they call it, a screening video for the Discovery Channel executives to determine if they want us on the TV. The 25% uncertainty is my wife. I'm 100% sure. I would love to do something like this. It's an adventure. And I'm into adventures. I'm into trying anything new. But my wife, she hasn't said no, but she's horribly camera shy. And if I can talk her into doing it and at least getting her, talking to the production company and getting a couple of shots for her to include her in the videos, but that's it. Mainly focus on the hobby farm or the homestead, that maybe we can do this. Maybe I can talk her into it. So that's it. That's my story here at Pine Meadows Hobby Farm. We're a modern homestead. A couple of the things that really deter me from going full hog like most people into their activities is my heart. I have had open heart surgery. I have a pacemaker, and I'm limited by the amount of activity, strenuous activity I could do. And so when I do things, I have to do it at a very slow pace or a steady pace so I don't exert myself. So that's why it's taking so long for us to get the hobby farm together. And the other reason why it's taking so long is I'm doing this payday to payday to try not to get any bank loans because I don't want any bank loans. We managed to get the house without a bank loan. We managed to put everything on the property without bank loans. We just go paycheck to paycheck, month by month, and step by step to get this done. And we're trying to do it as cheaply as possible. So I hope you guys like what you see here at Pine Meadows Hobby Farm, a modern homestead. Check out my other channel over at Acorn Acres. I got some things going on over there. And stay tuned and subscribe to the channel to keep updated on what's going on and if we progress through going Hollywood or not. And leave a comment, give me a thumbs up. That helps our channel a bit, and it also helps generate a little bit of an income to be able to fund some of these projects that I have going on for you guys. So stay tuned. I'm your host, Jerry Hansen, here at Pine Meadows Hobby Farm. I want to thank you for coming, and I'll see you guys again. Bye-bye.